Weirdest thing. There's a lot to cover. A lot. A lot of stuff has happened. Okay, let's go down with that. Let's go to lo-fi. And I'm actually gonna put it real low. Yeah, like that low. Yeah, that's good. There is a lot that just happened today. Today is December 10th. 2020. And there's a lot of Star Wars news, actually. Okay, how can I pour this without destroying everything? A lot of Star Wars news, so we're gonna go through some of it, all of it, before we play something. Unless we just want to talk Star Wars all night, which I could do. Ooh. Ooh, that's spicy. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's going pretty well. I might even turn the lo-fi down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. All right. So, I'm sitting in there watching the Game Awards, which was fun, but as I'm watching that, they're just dropping a bunch of Star Wars stuff. So we're gonna go here. Let me make sure everything's kind of set up for you here. Make sure we can get this as big as possible. There we go. Okay. Future Lucasfilm projects revealed. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron. So I didn't hear about Rogue Squadron. What? Okay. Today at the Walt Disney Company's Investor Day, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy announced a staggering number of new films, series, and surprises. I haven't heard of many films. I thought they were all like series and surprises that will expand the Star Wars galaxy like never before. Ooh, never before. The next Star Wars feature will be Rogue Squadron. Oh, that's the next film, is Rogue Squadron. Wow. That's big. Directed by Patty Jenkins. What has Patty Jenkins done? I don't know who Patty Jenkins is. She did Wonder Woman 1984. We'll see how that is. That's coming to HBO Max pretty soon. Patricia Lee Jenkins is an American director and screenwriter. She directed and wrote the films Monster, Wonder Woman, and the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984. Is that all she's done? I mean, I'm not saying those aren't good things, obviously, but filmography. Velocity Rose Monster. Did I ever see? Oh, that's that Charlize Theron movie. I never saw that. Wonder Woman 1984. Rogue Squadron 2023. Oh, hey, Arrested Development. She was a director. Entourage 5. I don't know that. The Killing. I don't know that really. Betrayal Exposed on the Night. Yeah, so. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I don't see anything concerning about that. A lot of Star Wars fans might be a little toxic about it, but hey. The story will introduce a new generation of starfighter pilots as they earn their wings and risk their lives in a boundary-pushing, high-speed thrill ride and move the saga into the future era of the galaxy. Future era. So are we talking that this isn't going to be... interesting. I wonder if this is going to be set in the, like, kind of Mandalorian time frame, like right after... I don't know. It's been a lifelong dream as a filmmaker to one day make a great fighter pilot film. Okay, said Jenkins. As the daughter of a great fighter pilot myself, oh cool. Some of the best memories of my life are seeing my father's squadron take off in their F4s every morning and hearing and feeling the awe-inspiring power and grace. That's promising. That sounds pretty promising. When he passed away in service to his country, it ignited a burning desire to one day channel all of these emotions into one great film. When the perfect story arrived in combination with another true love of mine, the incomparable world of Star Wars, I knew I'd finally found my next film. I'm extremely honored and excited to take it on and grateful to Lucasfilm, Disney, and the fans for extending that thrill to me. All right. Patty has established herself as one of the top directors working in the film industry today, said Kathleen Kennedy. She's a visionary who knows how to strike the balance between action and heart, and I can't wait to see what she does in the Star Wars galaxy. That's cool, man. Lock S foils in attack position. Rogue Squadron arrives in theaters Christmas 2023. All right, let's see. Hopefully there's not going to be any... Is this an actual trailer? Surely isn't an actual trailer, right? Hold up. Is this like a little teaser or something? Hang on. Hold up.
I love to move fast and speed of any kind. I think that that's because I grew up the daughter of a great fighter pilot, and every day I would wake up and go outside and look up.
She does look really familiar, though, for some reason. Oh, this is exactly what she just said.
And it was the most thrilling thing still I've experienced in my entire life.
And she rollerblades, so...
When he lost his life in service to this country, it ignited a desire in me to turn all of that tragedy and thrill into one day making the greatest fighter pilot movie of all time.
And then she chose Star Wars to do that.
As I might and look as I did, I couldn't find the right story ever. I kept looking and looking, but I just couldn't find the right one until now. Now I found a movie.
Is this going to be an orange fighter pilot outfit?
Very soon.
Yep. Oh, that's cool, man. I kind of wish I would have watched this first. Dude. Yes. You gotta be kidding. And the fact that she's doing Rogue Squadron specifically is... That's awesome. That's cool. You're not gonna find any gatekeeping here. I think that she sounds like she has the heart for Star Wars. I think that is... I'm all for it. That I should have watched that first. We will watch whatever clip is preceding it if this one next has it. Untitled Taiki Waititi film. He's so awesome. I apologize. I don't know how to say his name quite right, but he is really awesome. Brand new Star Wars feature with the acclaimed filmmaker and Academy Award winner Taiki Waititi is in development. His approach to Star Wars will be a fresh, unexpected, and unique. And knowing him, it would have to be pretty unique. His enormous talent and sense of humor will ensure that audiences are in for an unforgettable ride. All right, so we don't know what he's doing yet, but he's doing something. Is that a film? Seems like that's a film. Looks like we're kind of shying a little bit away from trilogies, huh? Maybe a good idea? Maybe? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Last August at D23 Expo, Lucasfilm announced the return of Ian McGregor in the iconic role of Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi for a special event series on Disney+. Officially titled Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where he faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker. Gosh, that's a sentence. Where he faced his greatest defeat. What his greatest defeat was the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. That is a sentence. The series is directed by Deborah Chow. How do I know? Okay, how do we know Deborah Chow? So you'll have to forgive me a lot. I have kind of this, like... It's not... I don't know. Names and people that I'm not ultra familiar with tend to kind of bleed together for me. Deborah Chow. I know her. Okay, I'm scrolling past that. Sorry, Wikipedia. Canadian filmmaker and television director. Yeah, so she did the Mandalorian. She did some of the Mandalorian. Here we go. Oh, Rain. Is that? No, that's a television series. Marvel's Jessica Jones, Better Call Saul. Okay, so yeah, so she's in. Okay. All right. Mr. Robot. That's good. Looks like she's been involved in a lot of stuff, so that's cool. All right. Who helmed memorable episodes of Mandalorian Season 1? I could have continued to read. This will truly be a day long remembered, as it was confirmed that Hayden Christensen will be returning as Darth Vader. So this will be the rematch of the century, Kennedy said. Okay, we have to stop for a second. Let's read the rest of this first. It was such an incredible journey playing Anakin Skywalker, said Christensen. Of course, Anakin and Obi-Wan weren't on the greatest of terms when we last saw them. It will be interesting to see what an amazing director like Deborah Chow has in store for all of us. I'm excited to work with Ewan again. It feels good to be back. All right, so here's the problem with that. And it's not what you think. I think that Hayden Christensen got a lot of flack for what essentially was just a bad script. And he was young and fairly inexperienced in acting. And so I think having him come back for some sort of redemptive arc as an actor is a good idea. I think that's a really good thing. But I'm a little worried about the timeline of how this is supposed to work, because, I mean, I guess they never said that that Darth Vader and Obi-Wan didn't meet before A New Hope, but I felt like it was pretty heavily insinuated. So I don't know, maybe what if it would be kind of cool to see him as actually Anakin. What if they did like Obi-Wan Kenobi living in isolation is going a little crazy, and he's haunted by Anakin Skywalker. I don't know. I would like to see Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker outside of the suit. So, and I don't know how or if they're going to be able to do that, but at least he's going to get some kind of credit and screen time as Darth Vader. But I don't know how much you can have them working together without really ruining some of the continuity. I don't know. But hey, I mean, it's theirs to play with as they like. So the canon belongs to them, so they can do whatever they want, you know. But I'm generally excited, very excited for Ewan. Ewan McGregor and Obi-Wan are the best things to come out of the prequels. Hands down. Ahsoka. After making her long-awaited live-action debut in The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano's story, written by Dave Filoni, yes, will continue in a limited series starring Rosario Dawson and executive produced by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Absolutely. I mean, this is going to be on par with Mandalorian. I really think it's going to be same vein. I have a theory. Spoilers for Mandalorian. It's December 10th, so there's a new episode tomorrow. So all I know up until now is, you know, the episodes that have aired. But I think that there's a possibility they kill the Mandalorian, that they end it, and that Ahsoka does have to take on the child, and you move Baby Yoda into this series in order to get people to really get invested in it. I don't know, because I don't know what they're doing with the Mandalorian. I love it, and I don't know I don't know what the next step is after this season. We'll see. But I'm very excited about this. As someone who was not really that into Clone Wars, it just wasn't for my demographic. I did watch it. Even just recently, I watched all of it because I knew season 7 was coming out. So I watched all of it. Some of it was a slog. Some of it was great. Some of it was amazing. Some of it was the best Star Wars stuff I've seen in a long time. But most of it, I could have probably skipped. Most of it. But it's good. Don't Don't hate. I understand you like it. It's fine. And Ahsoka is probably the best character to come out of Clone Wars as well. Definitely, she's very interesting. Her arc continues through Rebels, and I think Rebels is actually a little underrated. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. I'm hoping that this brings maybe Ezra Bridger back into the storyline. Probably Thrawn. I'm betting that's going to be her whole arc, is dealing with Thrawn as the big bad guy, but we'll see. Couldn't be more excited for Ahsoka. Could not. Let's see. I just got to check a couple of things. Okay, good. Making sure that I was live. Jeez. Okay. All right. Rangers of the New Republic. I don't know anything about this one yet. First time I've read this. I knew kind of about the Ahsoka stuff. My wife had told me some of it, but Rangers of the New Republic, set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, this new live-action series from executive producers Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. I almost just mixed their names together. Jon Favloni. They will intersect with future stories and culminate into a climactic story event. Here's what I've been thinking ever since the first season of Mandalorian. The first season of Mandalorian, the Mandalorian in general, is going to be the Iron Man of the Star Wars universe. And that is why Jon Favreau is involved. Because they've seen his track record of building stories that culminate into climaxes that are like Avengers Endgame. I mean, give us that for Star Wars. And I think that that's where we're headed. And this news today just kind of cements that. I think that's exactly where we're going with this. So Rangers of the New Republic, it looks like we don't really know too much about that, other than maybe, gosh, if it could be like sort of like Texas Rangers, like Space Rangers, out there they're talking about the, in The Mandalorian, they're talking a lot about the, that they feel that the Outer Rim is kind of being compromised and they need to move in there. So maybe they start a new squad called Rangers. I think that could be really cool, but they're kind of rough and tumble guys, and they're a little more like the Western style. Okay. Thought that just occurred to me. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna grab a tab over here so you can't see what I'm doing. Stay with me here, right? For Rangers, the one person you gotta get. Cobb Vanth needs to be one of the Rangers. You give me Timothy Olyphant as the leader of the Rangers of the New Republic, or at least a part of it, and they're going around to planets in the Outer Rim trying to kind of keep law and order in an Old West style anarchy type systems. I'm there for it all day. All day long. Give me Cobb Vanth. Come on. He doesn't need the Mandalorian armor. He doesn't need Fett's armor. You can give him a scoundrel get up and he'll look so good in that. But hey, if you wanted to give him some new armor, it doesn't have to be Mandalorian, but give him some new armor, that's fine. But he would look dashing. That would make Rangers of the New Republic. I don't know what it's going to be about. Nobody really does. But I'm telling you, Rangers of the New Republic with Cobb Vanth. Okay. Everyone's favorite scoundrel Lando Calrissian will return in a brand new event series for Disney+. Justin Simon, creator of the critically acclaimed Dear White People and a huge Star Wars fan, is developing the story. Justin Simeon. Yeah, I don't know him. But let's see. Filmography. Instant messages, head, save me, goldfish, dear white people. I've only heard about that. Caught a ghost, get your life, with you. So these are movies and stuff I have never seen. But it looks like this show, on Netflix. I know a lot of people were talking about that a while back. Don't see any reason why he couldn't do a Lando film. Could we please bring in Donald Glover? Because I gotta think that Billy D is getting a little up there. I mean, I'd love it if Billy D. Williams did it. That would be just fine. But it's feeling like if you wanted to go go younger and bring back Han too. Like, I really want to see what they were planning to do with the second Solo movie, or the Solo trilogy, really. I liked Solo. I liked Solo a lot. I liked it more. I like it more and more as time goes on. There was no reason why that film was as good as it was with all the development stuff that happened during it. There's no reason why it turned out this good, but it turned out really good, really, really good. So, I'd be excited to see a continuation of that through a series. That'd be great. But if it's just gonna be on Lando, I'd be fine with that too. All right, so the one I'm probably maybe the most skeptical about would be Andor. Andor is a tense, nail-biting spy thriller that could be pretty cool. Created by Tony Gilroy, is set. Excuse me. It's set to arrive on Disney Plus in 2022. Diego Luna, which I think he's great, reprising the role of rebel spy Cassian Andor from Rogue One, will be joined by a fantastic new cast that includes Stellan Skarsgård. That's Bill Skarsgård's brother, I think. I was just saying how bad I am with names and faces, yet I remember that one. Adria Jonah, Fiona Shaw, Denise Gough, Kyle Solar. I'm mispronouncing like all of these. I apologize. Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma. Production kicked off 3 weeks ago in London. Should we watch the sizzle reel? Let's do it. Hopefully we don't get claimed for anything. Ooh, Yavin. Oh, well, but this is just stuff from Rogue One, isn't it?
Everything I did for the rebellion.
What did you do, Cassian?
Rogue One, in many ways, it's a film that connected new audiences with the oldest fans.
Rogue One was also very good, too.
A bittersweet feeling, in the premiere. Knowing that it was just one film. But then magic happens, right?
And everybody said, wow, that's actually really good.
We're building stages, we're rehearsing, we're training, we're trying costumes, we're doing everything to make sure we do the best show. I'm really excited having the chance to explore Cassian. It's really fun to go on a set that is emulating something you like so much.
The enormity of this is like doing a big feature film.
It's very cinematic. For me, that's where the excitement is.
12 episodes, 12 scripts,
12
over
episodes,
200
okay.
named cast members, over 6,000 crowd people, a lot of creatures that come in from the creature department.
We treat this exactly like we would a film. There is no difference in our approach.
Every creature and droid that we've been building
That's cool.
has the same care, level of attention to detail as the previous films.
It's huge, it's thrilling, but also
And they're putting
it's
everything
wonderfully
into the
challenging.
series. I love it.
There's
I love it.
tons of possibilities to explore. It is the building of a revolution.
Why does that look like the Quake insignia, doesn't it? All right, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, all of this stuff I'm gonna watch, obviously. Like, come on. But that sounds really cool. I like that. I just wasn't. It's just interesting when they introduce a character. It's like, wow, that's an interesting character, and they kill him off, right? And yeah, they're like, oh, you could go back and do a prequel about it. It's like, that's true, but we all kind of like know where this is going, and that kind of feels depressing in a way. I wish they had left their deaths a little more up in the air. I guess technically they could. But anyway, Okay, The Acolyte. Leslie Headland, Emmy Award-nominated creator of the mind-bending series Russian Doll, brings a new Star Wars series to Disney Plus with The Acolyte. The Acolyte is a mystery thriller that will take the audience into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. Excuse me. That is our first High Republic series, right? Yeah. Awesome. I'm interested in the High Republic. I'm interested to see what comes of that. Hopefully we're not getting a little too splintered on our time frames now. That is one of the complaints I've heard already from kind of like normal people who watch like Mandalorian. Lots of questions about like, wait, when does this take place? Like, what's going on? Where's Rey? You know, and it's like because they assume that whatever is new takes place after, you know, the newest films, and Star Wars really does a lot of the jumping around to different times. And now with High Republic, we're definitely gonna be jumping around a lot, and so we're gonna have to be careful that people understand the timeline. And there's gonna be a lot of us turbo nerds out there telling people how the timeline exactly fits, you know. Bad Batch, I've heard about this one before. Series follows an elite and experimental clones of the Bad Batch, those were in the Clone Wars, as they find their way in a rapidly changing galaxy in the immediate aftermath of the Clone War. Members of the Bad Batch, a unique squad of clones who vary genetically from their brothers in the Clone Army, each possess a singular exceptional skill which makes them extraordinarily effective soldiers and a formidable crew. In the post-Clone Wars era, they will take on daring mercenary missions, nice, as they struggle to stay afloat and find new purpose. The animated series will arrive exclusively on Disney+. Here is the sizzle reel.
They call themselves the Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch. I thought their arc in Clone Wars was interesting too, by the way. So, especially the later stuff. I feel like we're seeing the same shot of that ship, aren't we?
Will be reorganized into the first galactic empire.
Neat. Looks a lot like Clone Wars, like animation style, which is fine. I don't know why I keep saying that, which is fine.
That was quite an impressive display.
Ooh, Tarkin. Nice. Is he gonna be working for Tarkin again? Oh no. Clone Wars, the Bad Batch. Nice. So here's what I'm hoping they do with that. I'm hoping that they explain a little bit more of what happens to the clones when the Empire rises. You know, most of them are genetically engineered, and they're engineered to age faster than you normally would, so I would expect a lot of them kind of die off natural causes. But it'd be interesting to see them actually tell that story of what happens as the Empire switches over to stormtroopers. Who stormtroopers are not clones. They're just people. That's why they're so bad at their jobs. And the Empire didn't feel like they needed elite soldiers. They just needed a lot of them to overwhelm somebody. And why their stuff is plastic. Star Wars Visions. Ooh, I don't know anything about this one. This will be interesting. Presenting all new creative takes on the galaxy far, far away, Star Wars Visions will be a series of animated shorts celebrating Star Wars through the lens of the world's best anime creators. The anthology collection will bring 10 fantastic visions from several of the leading Japanese anime studios, offering a fresh and diverse culture perspective for Star Wars. I'm there for it. I am not, admittedly, an anime fan. Dare I say, not even a little? Let's see. Avatar, The Last Airbender was okay. But isn't that like Western? I don't think that's like Japanese. Am I wrong? Correct me, chat. I don't know. Let's see. Attack on Titan? Is that anime? I don't know what is Japanese specific anime versus what's just you know, anime in general. So don't hurt me. Teach me. I want to learn. But yeah, I've never really been into anime. It just wasn't my... It seems like you almost have to be in a certain... I don't know, a certain clique, like in high school, right? Of people who like anime, you know, and manga and comic books and all that kind of stuff. I just didn't really get introduced to at the right age. And I think it is all about you being introduced to something at a time where you're open to it. And it's not that I can't watch stuff like this and say, wow, that was really good and the animation is beautiful. Like, I can respect that. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. A Droid Story. As Lucasfilm continues to develop new stories, the intersection of animation and visual effects offers new opportunities to explore. Lucasfilm Animation will be teaming up with Lucasfilm's visual effects team Industrial Light and Magic, to develop a special Star Wars adventure for Disney Plus, A Droid Story. This epic journey will introduce us to a new hero guided by legendary duo R2-D2 and C-3PO. Cool. I feel like that Droid Story tagline is used in something else already, but... Alright, and now this is un-Star Wars stuff, so we'll kind of go through this pretty quick. Indiana Jones, another one with Harrison Ford. I love Harrison Ford. I like Indiana Jones. I don't know why. I mean, I'm skeptical because the last one was so bad. And it wasn't even like the worst movie. It ended and I'm just like, why did we even need to make that film? Maybe I'll need to go back and watch it again, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Willow. Was never a huge fan of Willow. Again, I just didn't. Yeah, I watched it as a kid. I think one of my brothers really likes Willow. Decades after Ron Howard's 1988 movie, continuing the spirit of adventure, heroics, and humor of the original film. Maybe I need to give Willow another shot. It's been so long. Like, really long. Ridiculously long since I've seen that. Finally, the Lucasfilm catalog is expanding further with a story that will introduce a new hero and explore an original world that feels perfectly paired with Lucasfilm storytelling. Tommy Adamia's New York Times bestselling novel, Children of Blood and Bone. The story will center around a young African girl's heart-racing quest to restore magic to her forsaken people, the Magi. Lucasfilm will partner with 20th Century Studios on this coming-of-age adventure. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that's the Star Wars news. Quite a bit. And a lot of this is going to trickle out through the next coming years. So if I had to pick something I was most excited about, I'd probably have to say Rogue Squadron. Whatever Taika Waititi is working on. Obi-Wan. Ahsoka. Maybe Rangers, depending on what that is. It's hard to say. Yeah. And I mean, the other things I'll definitely watch. But those four I would say are right up there. Very excited. Rogue Squadron, like a movie specifically around X-Wing pilots. I'm there for that. All right. I had to talk about some Star Wars before I played something tonight. So, let's get everything